What's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say out these videos. Just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Over the weekend, we laid my mom to rest. Friday night, we had a viewing. So many people showed up as a tribute to what my mom was. Huge member in the community, a friend to everyone, nice to everyone. So everything went out good. Saturday, we had the funeral. Sunday, just kind of sat home and reflected and took time. Now back to the grind here Monday. You know, it's been a couple crazy days, but we're back. I'm starting to look back into the market, trying to keep my mind a little busy here. So basically, sorry, I got waving here. We've got potential pump pattern in motion, in my opinion, looking at AMC and GME, and potentially really kind of a market-wide thing. You see a dip. Sorry, I'm trying to find my key, my fob here. We see a dip today, tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow. But I do anticipate very soon, within the next couple of days, in my opinion, we're going to see a nice, good size jump in really a lot of the market. They all kind of follow, in my opinion, some sort of algo together. You know, it's just you got more volatility. Obviously, AMC and GME, a couple other plays, but those are the ones I follow the most. But I do anticipate a pretty decent sized pump. I wouldn't know, or no one ever knows if it's going to be a MOAS or what it would be, but I do, like I said, I do think, nothing guaranteed, I do think that AMC and GME going to have good size, I would probably say 15-20% at least jump here the next couple days. So got that going. You can check the algo, look at the pattern, the bumps you've got going. So Bollinger Bands, etc., etc. I'm not in front of my computer now, but that's what I got going on. Obviously, days, where things are going down and the hype's not there and the FOMO's not there and not everyone's talking about how we're going to be millionaires into the moon. You start to lose a lot of people that jumped in and out thinking that it was just going to be like a quick trip, which technically, I mean, really looking into the play, even in 2021, it should have been again, it should have been up and down. We should have, in my personal opinion, gone a lot higher than this last rip of, where GME go up to like 60 something and AMC up to like 12 or something. But I honestly think that there's going to be a day that happens and it's not going to drop. It's going to pump all the way. And that's why I buy and hold still. And like I said, I really have no time limit on it. I'm still looking at the bigger picture. There's going to be FUD. There's going to be FOMO. There's going to be all sorts of stuff, but just trying to keep myself level-headed. Really eyes on the prize, I guess. Like when let's say you're playing a football game, first, second quarter, it could be going horrible, but the game plan is going to work. You just got to execute. So we're just waiting for the execution. I'm sticking to my game plan. Nothing's changed there. So, like I said, though, I do anticipate pumps in and out. So, there is people that play it that way, that jump in and out, and I can't hate them for that. If you make money and it's a legitimate way, then you can't hate on someone for that. So, but for me, like I said, it's buy and hold until I either see a MOAS or something that triggers me, or for some reason I decide I need to sell. Till then, I'm just loading up. I'm waiting for the big one, So, and I do think it'll happen. Still, I don't see, I haven't seen anything that would sway my mind otherwise. Obviously, you're going to have FUD, and people say, it hasn't happened for this long, why would it happen now? These things definitely going to take some time. As big as this is, it is what it is. So you have to do your own DD, your own research, figure that out for yourself. But what's up, Hill 919? He says, I think we run after hours debt deal. I haven't read anything on any deals on debt, but that'd be dope. After hours is always kind of the time when you see a little more of the pumps. Obviously, it seems that they've got a little less control at those hours, which wouldn't surprise me in the next few months or so. They figure out how to control it there, and they may already know how to. So, um, and I don't think there's like a magical button someone's back there pushing, like, okay, push it. Now it goes up, now it goes down. I think they just follow the algo. I think there possibly is a way that they can speed and slow down the algo, but I don't know. Those are just my theories, my opinions. I think, maybe an algo was made for a safer market, but it's used, it's kind of like, with people and like some sort of weapon, they're formed and used to protect, but then you got some people that use them for the wrong reasons. So, it is what it is. And I've said it a few times. I think what's done in the dark will always come to light. And I anticipate that day being the day. Short selling, naked short selling, it's just not right. It's just not. Short selling, I shouldn't say is not right, but that naked shorting where you're doing illegal things. It's funny. I'm cleaning out my little drawer right here, and the first thing I see is some shorts. Little toy shorts. It's a sign. We ride at noon, boys. Found some SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick Star shorts in my drawer. If you don't know what that means, then you don't know nothing. I trim my beard too short too. Like, it's a fine line, man. Oh my god, I kind of look like a creep. But I don't think that's the beard's fault. Anyways, I just want to jump in, man, and kind of say what I was looking at. Even like market wide, I think you kind of watch it. You watch these things play out for so long, and you kind of get to a point where I won't say you know everything or I know everything, but you get to a point where you kind of see, okay, look, it dips, it pops, it dips, it pops, it dips, and then it pops. You know what I mean? Something like that. So, I don't know which part we're in, if we're in the dip pop or if we're in the dip pop, or if we're in the, I don't have enough time to say all the dips and Moaz pop. So those are the things that I can't say for certain, but I can say confidently in the stock market in general, not just AMC and GME. It has its ups and it has its downs, and it's neither up forever or down forever. So when it's dipping and you're stressing, that's a good thing to just have something else to do, because you sit here, stare at the line, and stress out. And especially if you're staring at the amount of money you're losing or making each day, you're gonna say, "Oh my God, why didn't I sell when I was up $2,000? Now I'm down, only up like $80, whatever." You watch that, I feel like that's kind of something that they may hope that you do, I guess. If I'm someone that's in control of the other side, and I want to make sure people panic, and I know that they're gonna sell and I'm gonna get their money out of panic, you're gonna want that to happen. You're gonna want them freaking out, and then when it runs next time, you're gonna hope they sell and get out, and then continuously just shake people out that way. So normally that would happen for maybe a few months. Now we're going on 3 years, so that also tells me that there's a lot of people and they can't shake them out, because people just keep adding and adding and adding. And now you got people that have maybe decided that they're not going to add so much in one stock, and now they're jumping into the other one that they're both involved in. So, for me, AMC, I still add a share or two here and there, basically daily. This last couple of weeks I've been off a little bit, obviously, with the passing of my mother and things like that. But coming back to reality, and everyone's going to have these moments in their life, so I'm not trying to get anyone to feel like, oh, poor guy, but everyone has these moments. But that's the thing. There's so many of us that when I'm missing in action, there's someone else that's buying those shares daily. And then it is, you can't, I guess you can't fake the funk. I guess what I'm trying to say, man. Whoever is manipulating and trying to shake people out, I don't know if they realize, well, I think they do realize that there's just so many people in here. There's really no way out except for covering or just the biggest sham in history, which I believe they're hoping for. But I don't think, and I just don't see that happening, just because there's so many people, so many eyes on it. Eventually, that call's going to come. When that margin call comes, we'll be there to collect and continue on, you know. And at that point, does everyone go their separate ways and just continue a normal life, whatever the case is? I don't know. You know, see a black and white photo of me. Instinctual trades with menace now sells sheeps and Velcro gloves. You know, I don't know what it is, but sorry to hear about your mom. How they follow all their time. Hey man, I appreciate it. But Donkey Kong, you've been with the channel, and I've learned a lot from you too, man. So throughout the time, so I appreciate the words. Definitely, yeah. You know, it was a sad thing, but her funeral. I've never been to a funeral like that. I got up and spoke, and I just felt the most comfort I've ever felt. You know, many signs that there's something on the other side, and many signs that the things I'm doing in my life are in the right movement. So I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, continue to try to be good to people, try to, you know, help people that might need it, and just try to be nice, just be good to people. Shit, I don't know. It's kind of hard for some people, but for me, it comes natural. After my mom's funeral, there was so many. I've never been to a funeral like that. Like I said, it was happy. Everyone was laughing. It was joyous. It was crazy. And then afterwards, it wound up being like a party, like no alcohol or nothing like that. But everyone was just it was a good honor of my mom. If you knew my mom at all, that's how she was. She was always about fun, positivity, helping people in need. So we'll carry that on. Yeah, I appreciate it, and that's true too, man. And when you're saying she's with us, no, it's like the hard part of watching my mom pass was I have three little kids that are very close to her, and they were in the room. I tried to shuffle them out, but they're very good and knowledgeable. We've been through this 3 times in 9 months. For me personally, it was the hardest losing my mom, but I've lost a grandma, my father-in-law, and my mom. They've been through this all, and they were really, you know, they were there. They understand. They've been through it a lot, and they kind of helped me through it too, to be honest. But it was hard to see them get sad and broken up about it, but it was also helped me gain strength to realize that, man, it ain't all about me. I've got to buck up, be a good ass dad, and go keep moving and push for this fucking AMC and GME squeeze. We need this shit now more than ever, baby. I don't know why I'm turning into a wrestler. So I'm a wrestler, and I'm coming to squeeze you. Those are the 2 words you don't want to hear your first day in jail. I'm a wrestler, and I'm going to squeeze you. That's more than 2 words, but whatever. You know what I mean. Juke joint, what dead deal? I'm not really sure. I saw something up there about that. I haven't really read into it too much. I was more looking at along the lines of like how the algos run and then kind of instinctual feeling. I don't know if it's tomorrow or the next day, but I do think there's going to be another pump, another attempt, a feeble attempt to shake us out. It might not be as big as the last one. It might just go up a couple bucks. But if you watch the algos, you watch the market, you understand how it works. So, yeah. Let's see what I got. Someone says, buy AMC, question mark. I don't know. Do you? I do. I buy AMC every day. You know, I will say I was for about, like I said, about 2 weeks, I was on and off my game. I really wasn't buying. I wasn't doing much DD. I feel this Monday, I feel refreshed. I'm ready to jump back in. Let's make like a baby and head out. Let's do this. You know what I mean? So for me, yes, I am buying AMC. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold. It'd be totally up to you. Juke Joint says, I need AMC at 936. There's someone that always comments in my comments that AMC to $10 easy, and I agree, easily to 10. Look at this, man. This morning I woke up to Cinemark being up like 5% to like $20.48. I know you can, you know, it's like comparing apples to oranges, but they're still fucking fruits, you know? They're still fruits. They should still be in the same section of each other. There's no way, in my opinion, that AMC is trading at fucking $4 and Cinemark is trading at 20. You know, yes, debt is different. Yeah, yes, there's things that AMC are doing that are more profitable than Cinemark. You know, there's yeah, you can compare. There's things that are different, but in my opinion, reading a balance sheet, reading everything involved, I just don't understand. Just because it don't make sense, how AMC would be trading that much lower than Cinemark. You know, if we're sitting side by side and AMC's at 15 and Cinemark's at 20, maybe, without all the freaking retail investors. I mean, millions of retail investors involved, also institutions. Like, if you do the math on that too, something just don't add up. You know what I mean? Um, and every once in a while, people will say, well, there used to only be this many retail investors. And then all of a sudden, a report comes out where it's like, oh, there is still 3.8 million retail. And then someone will say, well, how do they know exactly how many? No matter what is said, there's always going to be something to counter it. There's always going to be a rebuttal, no matter what. No matter what. Not even just in AMC, just in life in general. So if you believe in something, you have faith in something, you just keep riding with it. For me, I have faith in it. I'm going to keep riding it. That's it. Pearson says the market makers are waiting until AMC restructures the debt. Once the news comes out, they will let the price raise, in my opinion. 100% agree with that, just because I believe that, that's this is how it works. They wait on certain news, be like, oh, see, that's natural. That's how it works, and then, then they try to convince you that, that on the best weekend or the most successful year in AMC's history, that the stock price drops, and it's just to kill morale. That's what it's for. The Ring Poppy says, can you even read a balance sheet? No, I can't. Shoot, I guess you better leave. You're in the wrong live because I'm not very smart. Shoot. I don't know. There's a bunch of these that are held for review that I can't read, so I'm guessing this is someone cussing me out. And if I had to guess, it'd be the Gringo Poppy. If I just had to guess, just throwing it out there. Usually when a show comes in, I always see a bunch of them that are held for review, and then something about telling me how dumb I am. So, how much am I down? I'm down, fool. My socks are high, fool. I'm down, dog. Gringo Poppy. Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm not down nothing, right? Not down till you sell. Yeah, but Donkey Kong says I couldn't read a balance sheet, but last time AMC popped, I made 40K, and I can read a balance sheet. I own 3 businesses. I don't try to brag and boast about shit like this, but people come in and like, can you read a balance sheet, Daniel? Well, nah, I guess I've had to for the past 11 years owning businesses, so I don't have much of a choice. Oh man. Gringo Poppy says, I'm a shill, question mark. How much have you lost? I don't know. You're probably not getting paid, so then you're just trolling. If that's the case, then hopefully you make some money in the market, and much success to you, buddy. Ooh, sorry, I'm getting a text about what I want to eat for lunch. Very easily sidetracked, too. Tacos? Tacos are always good. I'm supposed to be, I started today's the day, man. I started a new goddamn healthy lifestyle. I'm going to eat a salad today. Maybe a taco salad. We got to ease into it. But God, I was looking at one of my lives the other day. I was like, God damn, I shouldn't be able to see man boobs. Like, God damn. You don't come to my page to see boobies, do you? Like, man, time for a diet. It's funny, too, with all the stress going on with losing my mother and then all this going on, just through her sickness and trying to help care for her. Most people lose weight in their stress, but I think what was happening is we have so many friends and family, and they're all Latino, and not all, but a lot of the people that are bringing food is like enchiladas and rice and beans and tortillas and just tacos and just loading us up, man. Enchiladas every day, beans and rice, breakfast beans and rice. You can't really leave because you're there, taking care of your family. And then the gringo friends, like the Gringo Poppy here, would bring us like mashed potatoes and fried chicken. I'm like, man. And then everyone's like, you gotta make sure you're eating. And I'd have to be like, yeah, I ate fried chicken and mashed potatoes at 6 a.m. So Gringo Poppy says, Adam Aaron thanks you for his bonus this year. Does he? Did you talk to him? Cool. Marvin G, I'm hitting 150 AMC visits this month thanks to A-List. We're on the road, take lunch breaks there. Yeah, I mean, I support the company. I support it. You know what I mean? I support my investments. A lot of people, they don't have to, and they don't. But tell Adam we said you're welcome. That's a funny thing, too, is a lot of people are like, I don't know. I guess they're just trying to strike a nerve. They'll find a way. They'll keep going until they strike a nerve. This is what it is. But it's all good. People can have their opinions, talk shit. It happens every day, especially when I go live. There's always like, and it's never like a person with a picture. It's always someone with just a T, like that's his logo, a T or something like that, you know. Uh, I skipped lunch. Please stop talking about food. I'm sorry. I ate all the food. Matonki Kong, I'm sorry. You know what, man? It's good because you're going to go on fat burn, is what they call it. When you don't eat, you're burning fat and it's giving you energy. And you could get hangry. That's okay, you know? You can just go on someone's live and talk shit to them. Chase, what up? What up? But yeah, man, it's been a crazy ride, and it's going to continue to be a crazy ride. Um, and I think most people involved know at this point, man, you've invested into something that you're willing to ride out. You know, it's just funny because just looking around everywhere I go, I got like AMC popcorn. My kids, oh man, it's kind of bad actually because I've got like little kids and they're like, they hear me talking about this in the background or whatever, and they're like, how's AMC doing today, Dad? Oh my God, I need to calm down a little bit. But even this, like, this is now their favorite popcorn. They like the salt, lightly salted one, which I do too. But they're like, we need AMC popcorn for a snack. Every movie we watch at home, is there any AMC popcorn? There's no regular popcorn. This is AMC popcorn. We actually went to a theater here locally that's a Century Cinema, like it's owned by Century. And they're like, I want a large AMC popcorn, please. So that's why I skipped lunch, because I'm fat. Don't do it, man. Don't skip meals. This one diet really worked for a while, man. You'd eat like every 2.5 hours, but it'd be like a protein shake or something small, and counting the calories. And at the end of the day, have a big lean and green meal, like a big fat steak and broccoli or something like that. Sorry, I'm talking about food again, but I don't know. Well, see, we're really sidetracked, man. We're supposed to be talking about why I think there was going to be a pump today, and now I'm talking about steaks. And uh, X-Man says, just asking for your opinion. I know ultimately it's my decision to buy the stock, but what makes you think AMC will rise? So many, you know, I don't know. It's kind of hard. You really have to do your own DD because there's no guarantee it will rise. Who knows? It could tank and become a nothing stock, but that's the risk you take in any stock. But for me, the reason I invest is because I do believe in MOS. I believe in naked shorts. I believe there's stuff going on, and not a lot of, not everyone. It's not for everyone. You don't have to believe that. But I also believe fundamentally the stock is undervalued just because of the fact of where it's sitting compared to other cinemas, theater chains. Obviously, AMC has a lot of debt. They're working that down. People will say that they're not paying debt, but you can look at, they've paid over almost $1 billion in debt. I think maybe it has been $1 billion in debt now for a while in the last year and a half, 2 years. Movies are coming back. You can see, more and more movies. You can look at what Inside Out did over the weekend. You got Deadpool and Wolverine selling out theaters. It's not even out. There's more movies coming. There's going to be more movies continue to coming. Movies are a cult classic. People just do it. It's part of what you do. You got a family or you're bored. You got you and your homie. You don't know what to do over the weekend. There's a good movie out. You go to a movie. It's just movie and dinner or just a movie or, I don't think it's going anywhere. I think the theater business has reached its low, if you will, and I think they're going to go up. So let the dump begin. Koskinen says, when YouTubers make videos like this, it is done. I don't know. I kind of get what you're saying. I do, and I will have to agree to that to a certain extent. When a lot of YouTubers are hyped about something and things are going up and we're going to see the moon, yes, it generally does go down. But I don't think that's because of people selling the stock. I think that's because of manipulation. That's just my personal opinion. Could be wrong. People could just, millions and millions of people could just decide to sell at one point in the day altogether, randomly, for no reason other than they had one of the most successful earnings in their history. And then they're like, all right, great earnings, let's sell before it goes up. So I don't know. There's my thoughts, my opinions. I am a smooth brain ape. I wouldn't claim to be a genius investor. I wouldn't tell you to follow any of my moves. I would encourage you to do your own research, your own DD. This is just for entertainment, passing time to bullshit. I can't talk to my wife about it no more. I've told you guys about this. I had one person I could talk to, was my mom, and she was getting sick of it, and especially someone into their life, they don't want to hear about the stock market. So I got a lot pent up that I got to release on you guys, man. Base Snake says it's a con. Had 70 worth of shares. Now I have 7 shares after split. Not worth it if the retail always loses. It's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. I will say that there was plenty of warning, like a month, if not more, that there was going to be a split. You knew it was going to happen to your shares at that point. You had the option at that point when it was going up to get out, if that's how you felt about it. And then after the split, which I didn't sell any of my shares before or after. Once it split, I started averaging my price cost down, my cost average down. Now I'm above the amount of shares I had before the split. My average is down low, so I feel okay about it. AMC has dropped and continues to drop. Bad theaters, and it's picking up better ones. The actors and writers strikes over. The movies are going to come fast and furious now. We're family, Fast and Furious, number 77 in AMC. But Donkey Kong's right, though, man. I mean, there's a lot in the background that a lot of people, I think a lot of people know, but it's just fighting FUD and fighting your own emotions, really, at this point. Other than that, it's really not hard to hold a stock for me personally. Especially, with AMC, what I've gone through with this, I've gone through like Apple, like when it had its little dump, I was like, buy, 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 and it went back up. I was like, oh, this is easy. So they've created definite hodlers out of us, man. It makes it a lot easier to hold other stocks because they don't dip and rip like these do. Paradox, what's up, man? He says, hope you're doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Hopefully, same for you. Hopefully, all is well on your side. Yeah, Pearson says, I'm taking advantage of these low prices, loading up. And normally I would be. I just had a lot of expenses going out this last couple weeks. So it kind of sucks because I'm thinking I think at some point soon the price will go back up to around that 5. But I've said this, I don't know how many times I've said this, but I think that the boring point for this play is where we're at now. Get people bored, no one talking about it. Oh, it's only sitting around $4 to $5. It bounces around there, get out. They want you to think that, in my opinion, because once it bumps to 7, 8, 9, even if it has a big run to 11 or 12, then it's like, oh, that was time to get out. And that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong. But I do believe that's just kind of how it plays out until it, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And what's crazy is AMC was higher when the theaters were closed than they were when they opened making money. Ryan, you're right, man. There's just so much to look at that it's just like almost like the obvious stuff we don't even talk about just because there's so much shit in the background, but just the most obvious statements, you know what I mean? Something like that. Hey, they're making money now. The stock's going down. What? GTII squeeze coming. Cholo stock says. I don't have any DD on that, so I don't know. I'm still scarred from the last time. GTII, I'm holding the bag, so god damn, that one was rough for me. The funny part about that one is I bought on, I think when it was TD Ameritrade still, and I FOMO'd into it because everyone was like, it's going to squeeze. Look at this. Look at that. So I thought, instead of doing any DD, I just FOMO'd in. And I didn't realize, like on TD Ameritrade, every time you would make a purchase, it would charge you an extra like $7 because it was a pink slip stock. So my average was like crazy big on that. And then at some point, I stopped buying on there and started buying on Fidelity. And then, it was just a mess. So, yes, I would love for that to squeeze so I can get some. I feel like I feel like some of the people that are on here that are talking about AMC just getting to a certain point and then get out. That's how I am with GTII. Get me, book out of here. Get me out of here. Or you can make me a millionaire. That's fine. That's cool too. Live Munich Code Warzone says hello from Germany. What's up, Germany? What's up, man? Hopefully everything's going good over there. But yeah, man, that's just kind of. I was looking at some of the algos, and I mean, I made an obvious statement. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. I do think an up pump is coming. I don't think I obviously can't say a MOAS or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice jump, maybe 20%, something like that is what I'm saying. When I'm saying a pump, I guess might be the wrong wording for it, but who knows? These stocks are so volatile. 20% can whip out of control and people FOMO in. Next thing you know, you're up 70%. So, like I said, buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold is my theory. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do that. That's just what I'm going to do until I see that big pump. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got an old video looking back at some of these gap fills. We shot through a couple of them fast this last one. That's why I say I feel like they can trim these algos into slow or fast because it took forever to get to some point, and then we filled like two of the gap fills real fast when we pumped up to that 11. So, but you're right. There's gap fills 45. There's gap fills like at 130 or something like that. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But there's a lot of gap fills, a lot of open gaps that I do feel will and need to be filled in. So that's why I say this thing for me for long term it doesn't bother me either because I can look back and look at some of these gap fills that I believe at some point or another are going to get filled even without a MOAS. I think a couple years, few years down the road, if this thing never squeezes, never molasses, and I still got my shares in like 6, 7 years, 8 years from now, and I'm still buying like that, and a gap fills, I'll be richest from a fucking 40% jump. So that's how I look at it too. And I play other stocks like this as well. More of my long terms holds, but I don't buy as often just because I don't think they have as much potential to make big money like this one does at some point. But like my blue chip stocks, my long term holds, I buy like weekly. AMC, GME, I buy daily. Index funds and stuff that I think is going to give me like a 10% return in like 10 years. I buy like monthly, something like that. So, and $45 really is only $4.50. Yeah, that's the crazy part too. If you look at the different, I said I read Israeli, but I think what you meant, and $45 is really only $4.50 because a lot of people do that. They'll say, well, before the reverse split, it was this. But when you talk about it going up, they're like, man, I'm not going to talk about that. Only about the low prices, buddy. We're only at 45 cents now, So, but if you tell them that, then they ain't gonna. I don't know. Anyways, man, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you for certain there's going to be a pump or there's going to be a huge anything, but just in my personal opinion, really instinctually kind of brought me to it, and I started looking at some algos. We're due for another jump. Talk to text, but Donkey Kong, yeah, that'll get you in trouble. I talked to text my wife the other day, and yeah, I was trying to compliment her, and it turned out I'm not gonna go there. Anyways, I've looked past that part of my life now. Anyway, yeah, man, I just want to jump back in. I haven't been as active. I haven't been I know I haven't been myself lately, but I will be jumping in. I'm gonna do some more DD. I'm gonna stay on it. Um, like I said, this has been a rough time. I think most of you know why, but I will continue to buy and hold. Update you with whatever I feel like is update worthy. If not, we could just be here and BS with each other, pass the time until we're all filthy rich, and then we can pass the Grey Poupon at some point. Pardon me. Is there still Grey Poupon? Remember those old commercials? Pardon me, but do you happen to have any Grey Poupon? He says, I have a nasty Boston accent. I can't even talk Boston accent. That's one accent I can't even try to mimic. That's the hard part about me too. Is I get around people with accents, and somehow I start talking with that accent, and I'm like, "What's wrong, man? I'm like a chameleon." I don't even know. Sometimes I don't even know like people's languages, but I'll just start mimicking their accent, and not to be rude or try to be funny or anything, but just trying to start naturally happening. And I'm like, "What the fuck am I doing?" They're probably like, "What the hell is wrong with this feller?" Hey, buddy, don't be making fun of my accent now, yeah. Anyways, I've gotten off track. That was all I came here to say, really. So for me, still holding, haven't sold shit, still buying, have bought shit. So that's just what I'm gonna continue to do. Um, I do have some new business ventures coming in that I had to postpone for a little bit that are gonna definitely I think benefit me in the long run. That also is gonna benefit me for being able to buy stocks comfortably. So a lot of things going on, man. I'll keep you guys updated. I know a lot of people are just curious what's going on with the shop store. Our store is expanding. We're seeing some growth in the store, which is good. Can't hate on that because in a time where they say a lot of retail shops and shit like that are declining and not making any money or just not doing anything good, we are kind of seeing the opposite. So it's a good thing, you know. It's a good thing. So Yeah, I'll be moving our store soon, so there's going to be a couple weeks there where it's going to be hectic because we just moved into this building in January of last year, not last year, the year before, and it was a beezy. And this building is like it's like an old home that's been renovated into a business, and I'm paying this off. Once this is done, paid off here in the next couple months, I'm moving back into a retail location. Then I'll be renting this out, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I know there's gonna be a couple weeks there where I'll be out of the mix, and people are probably gonna be like, "He sold his shares and left, guy by golly." So, what's up, Art? So what's up? Hopefully, Adam Aaron gets his debt refinanced, and we'll move up, and that happens. I think I haven't read much on that, but I've read a couple people saying that, so there must be something buzzing around. I will say this: whenever there's excitement, then I'm saying there's gonna be a pump. But if they get the debt removed and there's too much excitement, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna drill it down. Then I'm gonna look crazy, man. So we'll see. But if you get that debt removed, because look, I mean, look at GameStop. You know, it is exciting to get debt removed, but GameStop has zero debt and like $4 billion on hand. I read somewhere that they have more money on hand than Home Depot does, and they don't have to spend out like Home Depot does. So, with that, GameStop should definitely be going up, 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 up. So, I don't get too excited. It is exciting. Don't get me wrong. It is exciting because in the long run, it is going to be good for the company, and what's good for the company is good for the shareholder, and what's good for the shareholders is good for the taco truck. Speaking for me personally. Art Mason says it's in the works. Dope. I haven't even read that, man. See, I've been kind of just looking at algos and shit like that. So that's awesome, man. I'd love to see that. I'm gonna go check it out myself. I'm gonna go plan on eating a healthy lunch, taco salad. I like who invented the taco salad because it's like instead of eating unhealthy tacos, I'll have one giant taco that's equivalent to like 6 tacos, 7, 10 tacos. So eating healthier. I'm starting, man. I got to start somewhere. But that being said, don't trade on emotions. Don't get too hyped. Don't get too sad. I think most of you already know that. Expect the unexpected, and I believe Bigfoot is real. Just joking. Now I'm starting to sound crazy. Anyways, y'all have a good day. Be blessed. I'm gonna call the wife and see where we're gonna go eat some lunch real quick. Got a customer coming in too. So y'all have a good one. Be blessed and see you soon. Peace.